Good morning, everyone. It has been 4 days since I last vlogged anything. That's the longest I've ever gone without turning on my camera. And to be honest, it has just been a little somewhere between difficult and boring. As I mentioned in my last video, you really did not miss anything these last couple of days. It's just been an adjustment period, going to bed between 2 to 3 a.m., waking up between 10 and 11 a.m., doing exactly what I showed in the last video I uploaded. His meals are still in his room, our entertainment is still at his room, or rather at his room door. My life on this side of the house has not changed. I still take care of the kitchen and the meals, the doggies. They actually just ate. I'm gonna take them outside. Muy bien, Lali. Luna, ¿quieres ir afuera? ¿Quieres ir afuera? I still have to feed the fishies, and I'm about to get breakfast ready. As I get ready, let me tell you what's been going on these past couple of days. In part, I had put my vlog on hold because I also started offering services free of charge as an educational consultant. I saw that it cost somewhere between $50 to $150 for that service though. And since it's near the end of the school year, I figured for a month and a half, just to provide some guidance and some tips on how to teach and whatnot, I could do that for free. So the day after my husband arrived, I posted that on my Facebook. And so far I've only gotten about 2 or 3 questions, mostly regarding homeschooling curricula, which I do not have experience in. So most of my days were spent doing research. That's number 1. Number 2, I have a new student, and this time it's not a child, but an adult, requiring business English, which is also something I had no experience teaching. Obviously, I have experience teaching languages, English language arts, writing, literature. I have experience in different focuses of English and different languages, but business English is not really something I've ever covered. So I also did a lot of research on that. And here's something that happened just yesterday. I'm still mad about, but trying to get over. I spent the whole weekend doing research on business English. I separated some materials to start teaching today. I see this new student today, and my laptop somehow miraculously just poofed the folder. The entire folder that I had worked on for this person's lesson plan just disappeared. It's not in recycle bin, not in temp files. Finally, as far as everything else goes that you've seen, nothing's changed. Still Swiffering, still feeding the dogs, still feeding the fish, still working with the house, tidying up. I'm also working on my vlog because I had been delayed and there was a lot of footage to work on. So the videos took a lot more time than they used to. Still tutoring my 4 o'clock child for 1 hour, but it's turned more into a class as opposed to tutoring because his school isn't sending anything. So now I prepare the lesson plans for him. But nothing's changed as far as income. I'm still charging as a tutor as opposed to a teacher. Like really, again, it's just 1 month and a half left. So even though it's more work, I'm still just charging as a tutor. Still learning Korean. Honestly, I can't say that I've practiced since my husband got back, but I replay everything in my head. The only thing that hasn't been happening since my husband got back is walking the dogs, and that's mostly because he cannot leave the premises, and I don't want to leave him alone. There's your update or catch up for now. Again, you didn't miss anything. Nothing's really changed except that my husband is in a room and in the backyard every so often. Today we go back to normal as far as vlogging goes. So I'll show you everything that goes on. Let's get back to life. He's still in quarantine, obviously. Today is day, hang on, 5. It's only been 5 days. We still have 9 to go. A week and 2 days. It's okay, we're doing good. So yes, he is sitting here. He sat here on the first day to have his breakfast because he does need to get out of that room, but really he doesn't touch anything. I'm gonna make his breakfast right now. And when he eats by himself according to the guidelines they gave him at work. He's just not supposed to eat at the same table where I am, which is why he either eats in his room and I eat at the door, or he eats here by himself. Say that 3 times fast. He also goes to the backyard, works with the plants, and like I've mentioned before, the dogs kind of just go around him, but he can't interact with them, so they're just happy to be around him. He also deals with the laundry room. I forgot that. He's still emptying his rucksack and his duffel bag and his tub box, throwing things into the washer. I have not been in the laundry room. I can't be there until everything gets disinfected too, or at least 5 days pass. On to make his breakfast, because I have so much work to do for my classes today. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it is noon already. Video is uploaded to YouTube. I already finished planning my first class with the new student. I still have to plan the class with my 4 o'clock. I'm still waiting on the data recovery software to see if I can recover what I had already done. But I just received a message from a fellow consultant from the same home business that I have, who's gonna supply a product that I'm still missing, because I got an order for the same product and I only have 3. So I need that 4th one before I pack everything up and take it to the customer. I'm gonna get ready to go pick that up and then come back. It is lunchtime and my husband can't come into the kitchen, but it's about a half-hour drive. I think he can hold until I get back and then we'll have lunch. I'm just gonna ask him, are you hungry now, or can you wait until I go pick up the product and come back to make you some lunch?
Oh.
You can wait?
Mm-hmm.
It's about half an hour.
Okay.
Yeah? Okay. I'm ready to go. He's still folding his laundry. I'm all ready. This is one of the dresses that he got me. Isn't it beautiful? Sorry. I have reached my destination. Going to go get the product and be right back. I'm gonna check real quick if I can actually drop this off at the person's doorstep, or if it's something that I actually have to send in the mail, because if it's too far of a drive, it's really not worth it, so it'll go in the mail. But I'm gonna check that real quick and we'll see. I just checked. It's a 1-hour drive, just one way. It's going in the mail. Wow, I had no idea. 50 minutes. The thing about Hawaii, or at least Oahu, is that so many places start with the letter W, like Wahiwa, Waianae, Wailua, that I just saw something with a W and I thought, well, it's probably close by. It's 50 minutes, like, no. Okay, I got some lunch cooking on the stove. I'm gonna start working on that package. He's just staring at me like I'm some kind of weirdo.
No.
No? Okay. I gotta show you what I did in my office though. This is something you did miss, but that was my bad because I didn't vlog. Because I now am offering my services as education consultant, I have a new student, I have my old students, I have my home business, and I have my vlog, that's 6 things. I needed a more efficient and practical workspace, and what I ended up doing was ignore the papers on the floor. That was just that they fell off the tray. But I set up my other foldable table. As you can see, I still have this one here, and I set up the other one. So I'm working with my old laptop, and the new laptop, I placed it right here. That's where I work with the vlog. Then I can print out things there, so I can work on the classes here. So if I have to do any sort of cutting or laminating, planning, things like that, I could just do that here, and I don't have to keep shifting and moving things around. And this just became a lot more efficient. And instead of having to go to the dining room to work and then come over here to get the papers and get the books that are over there, then now everything is just in here, and I can move away from that area, just carry my laptop if I needed to move around the house. Definitely it's been more comfortable this way. I've shown you before that in this closet I have pretty much everything from our family stuff to my home business stuff. So here are the packing peanuts. These are water soluble. I also have some shredded paper. My ribbons are here. Everything is just here. You know that this stuff is all labeled. If you remember, this was also on the floor. I told you I didn't have a place to put it. Just shifted some things around and it worked out for the best. As you can very well see, I opted to take the package over to the post office myself instead of scheduling a pickup for tomorrow, because I think about the times that I order from Amazon Prime and we're just waiting for that package to arrive, and if it takes more than 2 days, we're already complaining. This customer placed her order on Saturday. It's already Monday. The time it takes to get there, then you know I don't want to have this person wait until the end of the week to get her stuff. I'm dropping it off myself since I already bought the postage online. It's just a matter of getting to the post office, dropping it in their bin, and moving on. The postmaster had a plastic shield over at the window. I couldn't show you because obviously I'm not gonna show the postmaster's face. But that was interesting. I had never seen the tape on the floor over at the post office. I had seen it. I think it was a store I once went to when I was still leaving the house. There was tape on the floor for social distancing. I hadn't seen it at the post office. Anywho, done. I haven't ended a day like this in quite a while. Unfortunately, I got some gastric stuff going on. Got a bit of reflux. I actually had to take famotidine to settle everything down because I had 3 vomits come up. I mean, they actually burned my throat pretty bad. And it just feels like my food is right here in the middle of my chest. It's very uncomfortable. I spent about 2 hours on the couch, just sitting upright, and it was just still coming up. We broke the quarantine rules. Please don't judge us and don't lecture us on the quarantine stuff. But I was sitting on the couch and my husband was sitting on the love seat because I really just, I don't feel well. And he didn't want to leave me alone feeling crummy. I had to be comfortable. I couldn't just be sitting on the chair over at his door. So he spent a little bit of time with me, but on the other end of the love seat. The really stinky part is I'm still obviously not feeling great, but he's not here. Empty bed and not feeling great, knowing that he's right there. It really kind of plays with you a little bit. In the end, you know me, glass half full kind of person, optimistic and everything. So my takeaway from today is that it was very productive. Got another customer, completely new customer, don't even know this person, purchased quite a bit. I'm so thankful for this local director who gains nothing from helping me, and she still helps me out when I'm missing stuff. Got a new student as well. Today was full of wonderful blessings, especially from other people. So it was a good day overall. This just, it was not a good end to the day. Before I forget, on a more serious note, I have to tell you this because I promised a friend. A longtime friend of mine told me today that someone he knew from back in college committed suicide yesterday. And he reached out to me because he watches my blog every day. You know who you are. Hi. He reached out and asked as a petition to include in my vlog, since I always try to motivate you guys to be positive, optimistic, listen to your feelings and your emotions, process them, all the negative thoughts, just really take them as lessons and try to have them work to your advantage. He asked me to include in here to always reach out if you're feeling anything that is driving you over the edge, to either call the suicide hotline, which I am going to include below, to reach out to a friend, reach out to family, somebody you trust, saying, hey, I need to talk to somebody. There's always somebody, at least one person, who will be there to listen, if not completely help you out of this. So please, whatever you're going through, don't go through it by yourself. This wasn't exactly how I wanted to get this message across today, but being that I'm not feeling well and I promised my friend I would do it, I really wanted to get it out there. If you find that there's a better way to share this message with others, please let me know and I will be happy to include it in my next video. I know this isn't really the happiest of notes to end a video today, but this is what's going on. This is part of the autoimmune thing, and it's also part of quarantine thing and life thing. So I hope you will take everything to heart in the best of ways and possibly help out somebody else who you might know is in a position of needing help. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you get some nice rest tonight. I'm hoping I'll get some rest tonight with no more reflux. And I'll see you tomorrow for day 6, I think it is, of my husband's quarantine.